What's good? Basketball, family, yo, hoop heads. Welcome back. You can feel it in the air, right? That buzz, that energy when the leaves start to change and the lights in the arena get just a little bit brighter. It's the start of a new NBA season, and with it comes all that hope, all that hype, all that beautiful, chaotic potential. And when you talk about hype in the NBA, you have to talk about the purple and gold, the Los Angeles Lakers. A team that, for better or worse, is always living in the spotlight. We were all ready. Ready for the curtain to rise on year 21 for LeBron James. Year 21. Just let that sink in for a second. We were ready to see him defy Father Time yet again. Ready to see the connection with Anthony Davis. Ready to see if this retooled roster had the juice to make another run. The preseason opener is like the first day of school. Man, you see all the new faces, the fresh jerseys, the unlimited optimism. But then, right before the opening tip, the news dropped. A notification on your phone, a quick cheer-in on the screen, a whisper that turns into a roar. LeBron James out. An unfortunate injury. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, the entire narrative shifts. The season-long question for the Lakers wasn't just a future problem anymore. It was right here, right now, staring us all in the face. So let's break this down, because this is so much more than just one guy missing one meaningless preseason game. This is a symbol. It's a microcosm of the single biggest challenge facing one of the league's marquee franchises. The news reports said it all. The immediate concern for LeBron's physical condition, his durability. The Lakers organization, from Coach Darvin Ham all the way up to Rob Pelinka, they're going to play cool. Of course they are. They'll tell you it's just precautionary. They'll say they're being smart, that it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you know what? They're not wrong. But we, as fans, as students of the game, we know it's deeper than that. We know that the championship aspirations of the entire Los Angeles Lakers franchise rest on the 38-year-old body of one man, a man who has played over 65,000 minutes of professional basketball when you count the playoffs. That's not a typo. That's 65,000 minutes of relentless, high-impact, world-class hoops. Every cut, every jump, every defensive slide adds up. It's like mileage on a classic car. It might be the most beautiful, powerful machine ever built, but every trip to the grocery store adds a little more wear and tear. This small, seemingly insignificant event, him sitting out a game in October, it's a flashing yellow light. It's a reminder of the terrifyingly thin line the Lakers are walking all season long. It reinforces the cold, hard reality that no matter how well Austin Reeves plays, no matter how many buckets D'Angelo Russell gets, no matter how much Rui Hachimura develops this team, its fate is tied to the health of its king. Every tweaked ankle, every sore back, every minor issue becomes a major headline. It creates a state of perpetual anxiety for the fan base and a massive strategic headache for the coaching staff. It's the central conflict of their story. The one variable that can render all other planning and talent completely irrelevant. This isn't just about winning a game. It's about managing a legacy against the undefeated opponent that is time itself. This whole situation, man, it's pure drama. It's a classic story we've seen play out time and time again in sports. But this Chimi, it features arguably the greatest player of a generation. It's the ultimate narrative. The athlete versus time. Think about it. LeBron James isn't he just battling Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets or Stephen Curry and the Warriors anymore? His biggest opponent is the one he can't see, the one he can't outmuscle or outsmart on a basketball court. It's Father Time. It's the inevitable physical decline that comes for every single legend, new exceptions. We saw Michaeljordan fight it with the Wizards. It was weird, right? He'd have these nights where he'd drop 40 points and you'd see the ghost of number 20. But then there were nights he just didn't have the legs. We saw Kobebryant, a warrior, if there ever was one, fight it after his Achilles tear. He was still Mamba, still had that fire, but the body just couldn't cash the checks. The mind was riding anymore. This is the battle LeBron is in right now. The mental pressure must be insane. Imagine being him. You have the basketball IQ, the experience, the will to dominate. You still see the game like you're playing chess, while everyone else is playing checkers. But what happens when your body won't let you make that one extra rotation on defense? What happens when you can't quite explode to the rim like you did 2 or 5 or 10 years ago? That's the internal conflict that makes this story so compelling. It's the desire to compete at the highest level, the drive for that fifth ring, clashing with the biological need to preserve his body. Every single game becomes a calculation. Do I go all out tonight to get this win against a conference rival, or do I save that energy, save those legs, for a playoff game in May? This is where the whole idea of load management becomes the most debated topic in the sport. It's a lightning rod for discussion. You've got old school heads screaming that the legends of the past played every night, through injuries, through pain. They say it's soft. But then you've got the analytics crowd and the sports science experts telling you it's the only smart way to navigate an 82-game season for a veteran player. There's no easy answer. This story connects directly to that huge, ongoing debate in the NBA. And the audience for this? It's massive. You've got the diehard Lakers fans, a nation of them, hanging on every single injury report. You've got the global legion of LeBron fans, people who have followed him from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, and now to and you've got the haters, the people waiting, just waiting for him to finally fall off that cliff so they can say, "I told you so." It's a drama that pulls everyone in. The emotional hook is built on this powerful duality of hope and fear. As fans, we have this desperate hope of seeing his greatness, his genius, on full display for one more season, one more championship run. We want that storybook ending, but lurking right behind that hope is the fear. The fear that this minor injury is the first sign of something bigger. The fear that the journey could be cut short, not by a better opponent, but by his own body finally saying enough. It's that tension, that beautiful and terrifying uncertainty, that will have us all glued to our screens every single time the Lakers take the court. So now check this out. Let us talk about how you even navigate a season like this if you read Darvin Ham and the Lakers front office. This is a high-wire act with no safety net. The entire philosophy of your season has to be built around one question. How do we get a healthy and effective LeBron James to the playoffs? Everything else is secondary. Everything. Seeding is important, sure. You'd love to have home court advantage. But what good is the number 2 seed if your best player is gassed or, God forbid, injured by the time round 1 starts? We saw what happened last year. They were a playing-in team, the number 7 seed, and they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals because they were healthy and clicking at the right time. That's the model. That has to be the blueprint. This means load management isn't just a suggestion. It's a requirement. It's non-negotiable. And that's a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow. It's tough for the fans who pay their hard-earned money for a ticket, fly across the country, and show up to the arena only to find out LeBron is taking a rest day. It is tough for the television networks who pay billions of dollars for the right to broadcast his games. But for the Lakers, it's the only path forward. You're going to see him sit out the second night of back. You're going to see his minutes carefully monitored, maybe hovering around that 32-minute mark instead of the 38 he might want to play. And this is where the pressure shifts. This entire strategy, this entire plan to preserve LeBron, it doesn't work without one key person stepping up in a massive way, Anthony Davis. This is it. This is the moment for AD. For years, we've heard that the Lakers would eventually become his team. LeBron himself has said he wants to hand the keys over to him. Well, the time isn't in the future. The time is now. On every night that LeBron rests, on every night he's just not feeling 100%, Anthony Davis has to be a top 5 player in the world. He has to be the dominant two-way force that we all know he can be. He has to be the guy who can drop 35 points and grab 15 rebounds and carry the team to a win against a decent opponent on a Tuesday night in January. If he can't do that consistently, the whole plan falls apart. Because if the Lakers are losing games every time LeBron sits, the pressure will mount. The media will start asking questions. LeBron, being the ultimate competitor he is, might start pushing to play more to stop the bleeding. And that's how you end up with an overuse injury in March that costs you your season in May. It's a delicate domino effect. LeBron's health depends on load management. Load management depends on winning without him. And winning without him depends entirely on Anthony Davis playing at an MVP level. That's the chain of events. That's the tightrope. And it puts an incredible amount of pressure not just on a D's performance, but on his own durability, which, as we all know, has been a major question mark throughout his entire career. The Lakers' championship hopes are riding on the health of two of the most injury-prone superstars in the entire league. It's a terrifying and fascinating proposition. This brings us to the biggest picture of all: the ripple effect. This isn't just about one player or one team. This is about a legacy and the potential for one final, iconic run. This is LeBron's last dance season. It might not be his actual final season. He could play until he's 42 for all we know, but it's the season where the stakes feel the highest, where the window feels like it's closing. He's chasing that fifth ring. A fifth ring would put him in an entirely different stratosphere of all-time greats. It would be another massive argument in the never-ending GOAT debate with Michael Jordan. Think of the narrative power. Coming back from a disastrous start to the season last year, making the conference finals, retooling the roster in the summer, and then coming back to conquer the league one more time in year 21 at age 3. It's the kind of script Hollywood writers dream of. But that entire dream, that entire fairy tale ending, can be shattered by one bad landing, one awkward fall, one nagging injury that just won't go away. That's the fear that hangs over Laker Nation. It's the hope of seeing that final, triumphant run versus the cold, hard fear that biology will win out. And this pressure, this dynamic, it trickles down to everyone in the organization. For Darvingham, it's about managing the egos, the minutes, and the health of his stars. His reputation as a head coach is on the line. For Rob Pelinka, it asks about whether the roster he constructed is deep enough and versatile enough to withstand the inevitable missed games from LeBron. His legacy as a general manager depends on it. For role players like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, it's about being ready to step into a bigger role on any given night. Their future contracts depend on it. The entire ecosystem of the Los Angeles Lakers is built around and dependent on the health of a 38-year-old. Every game he plays is a gift. Every dominant performance is a reminder of his insane, age-defying greatness. And every time he shows up on the injury report, even for something minor in a preseason game, it's a stark reminder of how fragile this whole enterprise truly is. It's a season-long drama. And that first preseason game, his absence, was just the opening scene. It perfectly set the stage for the central conflict that will define the Lakers' quest for championship. Number 8. So as we look ahead at this long season, it's clear this is about so much more than just one game LeBron missed. It was a preview of the main event, the storyline that will follow the Lakers from October all the way to, they hope, June. It's the ultimate sports drama playing out in real time. We have a living legend, a Mount Rushmore player. In a race against the one opponent, he can dominate with skill or power. Father Time. We have a franchise walking a strategic tightrope, balancing the desperate need to win now with the critical need to preserve their king for the battles that matter most in the postseason. It's a story of hope, the hope of witnessing one last magical run to the top of the mountain, and it's a story of fear. The fear that the human body can only withstand so much, that this beautiful, 2-decade-long journey of greatness could end with a whimper instead of a bang. The whole season is a calculated risk, a gamble that hinges on the health of LeBron James and the ability of Anthony Davis to be his superstar coach. That unfortunate absence in the preseason wasn't just a footnote. It was the prologue. It was the first chapter of a story that's going to have us all on the edge of our seats all year long. Now I have to ask you, the basketball family, what are your thoughts on this? How do you think the Lakers should handle LeBron this season? Do you go all in, play him heavy minutes, and chase the top seed? Or do you embrace the load management strategy, wrap him in bubble wrap, and pray you can flip the switch in the playoffs? Is this minor injury a scary sign of things to come? Or is it just the team being smart and cautious? I really want to know what you think. Drop your takes down in the comments below. Let's get a real hoops conversation going. This is what it's all about. If you love deep dives into the NBA like this, if you love talking about the real stories behind the box scores, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. We've got a whole season of this stuff ahead of us, and you're not going to want to miss a single minute. Thanks for rocking with me. Peace.